When you develop your Python programs, you're going to need an editor to write your code in, as well as a way to quickly execute that code. You'll probably find yourself writing a bit of Python code, executing it to check your work, switching back to the editor, and either making adjustments or continuing on with the rest of your application. Fortunately, Python ships with an IDE, which stands for Integrated Development Environment. An IDE can help you do what I just described, and it allows you to quickly create and develop applications. Python's IDE is called IDLE. It also stands for Integrated Development Environment. In order to start IDLE, locate it in the Python installation folder. In Windows, you can search for IDLE and launch it from the search results. You can also navigate to the Python folder and launch IDLE from there. In Mac, you'll find IDLE in the Python folder located in the Applications folder. Linux users may be able to navigate to IDLE in the menuing system if they're using a graphical user interface. You can also launch IDLE from the command line by opening up a terminal and typing in IDLE 3. Once IDLE is launched, it looks the same on all operating systems. When you first launch IDLE, it will open a Python shell. This allows you to interact with a Python interpreter directly. Here you can type in Python commands which are executed right away and you receive immediate feedback. It's an excellent way to experiment with Python and answer any of your "I wonder what happens if I were to do this" type of questions. By the way, Python is called an interpreter because it translates or interprets the Python language into a format that is understood by the underlying operating system and hardware. I'll give you a quick example. I'm going to enter in a single line of Python code. Here I'm going to type print, open parentheses, a quote, hello, a quote, and then a close parentheses. And I'm going to hit enter. The command was executed and the results were displayed to the screen. We'll get into exactly what just happened in a later lesson, but for now the most important point for you to know is that you can interact directly with a Python interpreter. Now let's create a Python program. To do that, go to the File menu and select New. This brings up an editor. I've rearranged the window so we can see both the editor and the shell. In the editor, we can type in our Python code and save it to run at a later time. I'll go ahead and type in a line of Python code now. In order to execute this code, you'll need to save it. If you forget to save it, IDLE will remind you by displaying a prompt asking you to save the file. I'm going to save the file now by going to the File menu and selecting Save. By convention, Python programs are saved with a .py extension. If you just type in the name of the file like hello and don't change any of the defaults, it will be saved as hello.py. Now to execute or run the program, I'm going to go to the Run menu and select Run Module. Notice that you can also hit F5 to accomplish this same task. If we look at the other window, you can see that the program was executed and the resulting output was displayed. If we want to add more code to our program, we go back to the editor, add more code, and check our work again by running the Python program. You might have noticed that print is displayed in purple and hello is displayed in green. This is called syntax highlighting. It can help you visually determine if you have a syntax error and are doing something that Python just doesn't understand. Let me add an invalid line of Python code. Let's say I misspelled the word print. I can see that it's now in black instead of purple, and I may be able to catch my mistake even before I attempt to run my program. Also, IDLE supports auto-completion. So if I were to type PRI and hit the tab key, IDLE will finish the command for me. If I were to just type the letter P and hit tab, that's not enough information for IDLE to know what I'm trying to do, so it pops up a list of possible choices. Here I can simply arrow up or arrow down to select what I want, and then I can continue typing. You might have noticed that IDLE provides you with help as you are using the editor or shell. These little pop-ups are called call tips, and they briefly explain how to use the Python command you're working with. If you want to open an existing Python program or come back to a program that you were working on at an earlier time, simply go to the File menu, select Open, and navigate to the source code file. Finally, to quit or exit out of IDLE, go to the File menu and select Exit.